Good morning. This is the third part of the book Original Innocence from Tractung Rinpoche. So let me just find it and then I'll start. Okay. This heading is called The Funhouse World of Confusions. When mind's conceptual functioning and identity becomes unaware of its continuity with the deep mystery of its own original innocence and bright virtue, then it becomes a tangled confusion. The body and human world, as lived in as of this loss, is the embodiment and enworldment of confusions. The fracturing of direct Gnostic knowingness into conceptual frameworks binds the tremendous energy of original innocence and bright virtue. This binding is an endarkening described by varying fixations of attention in narrow patterning. Identification with this attenuation and narrowing creates the realm and world of living. A sense of dis-ease, of being trapped, moves human behavior in search of a solution to the problem of being. This confused urge, this search, this place of every human being. Mind's conceptual activity and the world shape one another like a river and its banks. Thought, embodiment, shape and are shaped by one another. They are more than just related, they are expressions of one another. For this reason, confusion, unenlightenment, does not merely abide as a concept, but as the structuring of that concept, as life. This structuring process binds the energy of wisdom bliss. The recovery of that energy will require work at all levels of existence. Spiritual life is not an intellectual affair alone. Enlightenment is of the wholeness. Original innocence and bright virtue are realized as much in the feet, hands, actions as in the mind structure. Again, this incarnation, now this soul, has her right name from the nothingness in which she rests. That was a quote from Marguerite Porete from the book Mirror of Simple Souls. And then one, she wrote me, I am nobody, daughter of no one. I am and I am not, three pines, green black against the dusk sky. Simplicity confounds. 2. Thingness afflicts. It is the spirit's great sadness. Mind heart longs to unbecome, together in love. I am and I am not, even that thing called body. 3. She wrote me, a sorrow spreads, its wound, like the blood of first sex, an annihilation, a deification. It places me in nothingness, uncreated. All things again conform wholly to divinity. 4. The unremembering of names becomes an estuary of meanings. If you were to take the sum of all my words, they would whisper Beatrice's claim. The heart melts. She wrote, I am nobody, daughter of no one, the unbecoming of things and simplicity, even in that thing called body, world, loving. I am the unknown one and the unknowing of all ones. For uncreated I dwell, and in dwelling all things are become again in brightness. I read her words and mind like light shattered across expanse. That's right, no? This heart, so bright and full, becomes the round of stars and lives. Not I or you, but brightness only. Feet appear in worlds of beauty, where unmaking has again allowed the fullness that is loving. Hands touch, eyes see, lips sing syllables of mystery, and heart forever stands within, without unutterableness. In this way, the virus of unbecoming and resurrection is spread in word, look, song, painting, story, chant, sculpture, in the wind's breeze. Essence, nature, energy, the indivisibility. New heading. The essence of awareness is spaciousness, devoid of any attribute or quality. Awareness is indescribable, inconceivable, because no concept or set of concepts can encapsulate it. The spacious vast is, however, not a mere nothingness. It is pregnant no thingness, brimming with infinite potentiality. It is spontaneously luminous. It is luminous radiance, the resonance of potentiality that shimmers and suffuses space the way wetness pervades water. This resonance of potentiality is the intentionless source of every quality of the divine. Awareness, wisdom, compassion, beauty, playfulness, love, and creativity are all the radiance of original innocence and comprise bright virtue. Its potentiality becomes an actuality in the body, mind, and feelings as one progresses on the path. The tantric path is practical spiritual alchemy. The lead of deluded qualities is transformed into the gold of unborn wisdom awareness. Excuse me, I read again. The lead of deluded qualities is transformed into the gold of unborn wisdom awareness, awareness of original innocence and bright virtue. Deluded concepts have no existence in and of themselves. They have no reality. All appearance, all appearing, flows from, of us, flows from, of, as, in, the wholeness of original innocence and bright virtue. So, what is delusion? It is comprised of the infinite qualities of the luminous nature, seen through the distorting funhouse mirror of confusion and delusion. It is wrong knowing. It is like an anorexic who sees herself as fat. She really, literally, sees her emaciated body as large and grotesque. So delusion is like an anorexic, but in reverse. Deluded confusion sees nirmanakaya, which is only the magical manifestation of love, as all kinds of unhappiness and happiness mixed together. Fortunately for beings, it is much easier to alchemically change gold, which is only confused seen as lead, back into gold. Ah, fortunately for beings, it is much easier to alchemically change gold, which is only confusedly seen as lead, back into gold than it would be if it were actually lead. And yet, it is still very difficult. The endless, ceaseless radiance of original innocence own nature, this bright virtue, surges forth within the expanse of purity. It surges forth as the context of every content. This expanse of purity is the womb space of all Buddhas, of every now and every when of everything. This is the truth you are invited to realize via the methods of the path, utilizing the beauty and power of the methods, and through the transmission force and blessings of lineage and guru. You are invited to see things as they are in truth, without distortion, as it is. That's the whole of it. When we see things, others, ourselves, and the world as it is, something remarkable is seen, known, and lived. All of these lineage, guru, methods, and path arise as Buddha externally. Spiritual longing for realization is Buddha arising internally. The outer does not lead to the inner, or vice versa. Both internal and external are brought together through the wholeness of the path. And the moment they meet, they form a synergy that destroys even the notion of internal or external. The expanse of purity and the expanse of luminous clarity are like fire and its light, or are like fire and its light, or like sugar and its sweetness. A synergistic singularity of emptiness and clarity, a non-duality from whom the child of illusion is born. All of this, the seeming union, the seeming birth, is appearance that never ruptures the subtlety of authentic non-duality. When known, loved in truth, it is, as my friend Lee Lazowick called it, enlightened duality. In all appearance, the child of illusion, which is a magical display of unimpeded and unceasing wonderment, arises from, in, and as the indivisibility of original innocence and bright virtue. I read that sentence again. In all appearance, the child of illusion, which is a magical display of unimpeded and unceasing wonderment, arises from, in, and as the indivisibility of original innocence and bright virtue. Virtue is the kingdom of all appearance, its brightness within the space of vast openness. Appearance is exactly where we find non-duality. It's the only place. Appearance is the freedom place. If you're confused about appearance, or rejecting of appearance, or see anything other than purity and wonderment suffusing the expanse, then wisdom is as of yet immature. When Prince Siddhartha opened his eyes, the bright morning star of wisdom shone across the horizon of spiritual awakening. His mind, a construction of confused concepts, dissolved in luminous spaciousness. Mind's own most true essence and nature were seen. A Buddha was born. Buddha's first words, his proclamation, his lion's roar, which was identical to that of all the Buddhas at the moment of awakening, was, "How wondrous, how marvelous, that all being have been." From the beginning, Buddha, that all beings, I think, have been, from the beginning, Buddha. In seeing this great truth, the interface of awareness's essence, nature, and energy with mind, expressiveness, and body, Buddha became perfect. I read that again. In seeing this great truth, the interface of awareness, essence, nature, and energy with mind, expressiveness, and body became perfect. This interface is the meaning of the term Buddha, or the Tibetan word Sangye. The first syllable, san, means removal of all obstacles to seeing, and the second part, gye, means the expansion of all qualities. In the nature of awareness, qualities are potential, and it is in awakening within Buddha that the potentialities become actualized. When this happens, teachings emerge as the natural, uncontrived, intentionless vector of compassion. When a rain cloud is full, it doesn't need a contrived intention to shower down its blessing rainfall on the earth. When mind, expressiveness, and body become the three kayas of the Buddha, compassion appears like a gentle spring rain. One of the original meanings of the word guru was pregnant rain cloud. In seeing that all beings are Buddha, and seeing that suffering beings experience suffering unnecessarily, teachings arise as the natural, spontaneous responsiveness of compassion. Perfect wisdom reveals itself as the teachings and methods of our path. Okay, here come a few quotes. This one is from the sourceless nature of all phenomena Tantra. It says, the Buddha does not exist, and neither does the Dharma. Sentient beings never existed either. Whoever knows this will realize the nature of phenomena like space and swiftly become the best among beings. The next quote is from Maciek Lapdron. It says, "Leave your body as a corpse. Leave it without any owner. Leave your mind as space without even a single reference point." The next quote is from D.T. Suzuki. "Who would then deny that when I am sipping tea in my tea room, I am swallowing the whole universe with it, and that this very moment of my lifting the bowl to my lips is eternity itself, transcending time and space?" And then the next one, last one, is from the magnificent Lightning Tantra. "For however much grasping there is to characteristics, that is how long there will be worldly characteristics. Whenever things are known to be without characteristics, that is when worldliness will be transcended, and everything will be known as the pure land of Kuntuzangpo. Then passions and world become indivisible." That's from the magnificent Lightning Tantra. So I hope you enjoyed this. I thought it was fabulous. So have a great day. Bye for now.